Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 3 edition of the Michigan Ultimate Survivor League podcast. My alarm's going off as we start. It's going to be a good one, folks. It's going to be a good one. Anyway, I don't want you to see this stuff, so I don't know why I'm on this page, but let's go back over here. Week 3's in the books. My predictions for the Monday Night Report were pretty spot on. I got to admit, pretty good predictions there. It's 6 o'clock on the dot Tuesday morning, September 26, 2023. Whoops, spoiler alert, I just saw the bottom 100 there. It's still early. I'm telling you, I get these early morning podcasts out so I can get about my day. You can get as fast as you can, and we're going on vacation soon, so we got to get it done. We got to get it done so fast as we can. So anyway, we're going to cut straight to the bottom 10, okay? Cutting straight to the bottom 10. And, of course, will we have a new number 96 team in the nation? We will not. We will not. We have double C's, the infamous double C's, 0-3 with a paltry 116.86 points, never been randomizer, to which, I don't know, I hear a heckler.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, I love you, Cody Cole, but the guy is not wrong. You are not having a good year, but we're only 3 games in. You can turn it around. Hopefully you haven't used a lot of players. And, that's always the positive side. When someone's 0-3, usually that means they haven't used a lot of big players. So, nevertheless, you are the bottom feeder, I'm afraid. Whoops, wrong button here. Then we got number 95, Ketchup and Mostert. One of the Ericksons, 0-3 with 150.75 points. Still a 34-point differential between them and the bottom team. Your mother likes my defense. Still struggling, still gets the first win. This is a former champion, folks, Alan Harvey. Giggle. Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight, I don't know why I called him that. Michael Myers, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, whatever the hell you want to call this guy. 0-3, he can't find a win this year. Namtab Knights, that's what I was thinking of. Both of his teams, 0-3, collectively have put up barely 335 points, which you'll see is not great when you compare to the top teams up top. Brady's Balls, 0-3, he's new into the bottom 10, 180.54. The Mad Scientist, I don't even know who that is. I think that might be it. I think that is someone renamed. I think I went through the same thing last week. Justin Redding, that's his second team. We did not go through this last week. At least his other team's good. And 89, What's for Breakfast? Kneecaps and Grits. Larry Weinberg decided to change his team name from one of the Honolulu names. There's like 14 Honolulu names at one point, and it's not working out so hot for him. Maybe just change that diet up. Maybe get something else for breakfast. You might get a win. Lakers, not to be outdone by too much. Cody Cole's wife, the lovely Amber, 197 points. She's much more respectable showing there. But she is still 0-3. And then prime time. I made a comment about the second most embarrassing defeat for someone named Prime Time this weekend would be this one. And sure enough, it's true. Primetime could not win, so down to number 87, rather. So we're going to scroll up. Cloakle Kiss barely out of the bottom 10. We're going to go through here. We got a lot of great people here. We're going to go to the top 20. Here we go. Number 20, Hurt So Good. Come on, baby. Make it hurt so good. That is, I believe... what is going on over here now? Sorry, I got my other screen over here. I believe that is Parker Dalton. That's right. May or may not have something to do with the cover of this YouTube video here. Parker Dalton coming up into the top 20 for the first time in his career, I believe.
Yes, Obama is the Antichrist.
I don't know what that's all about. Alex Jones, it just randomly played. I don't know what just happened there. Give me 2 for the road. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that is his dad, Dave Dalton. This is why they're on the cover of this week's podcast, folks. Both of them in the top 20 for the first time. Dave Dalton, we'll talk about him in a minute. My Balzac Ertz, Don Knapp, fresh off his victory of getting Verizon to refund his $379 for Sunday ticket that he filed wrong, comes up and wins 2 games. He's a big-time winner. All I do is win. That's right. No, he got his money back from Verizon, and now he is winning 2 games in a row. That's all he needed was to get that stretch going. Number 7, Concussion Protocol. OJ Eldorado loses and falls down 10 spots to number 17 from number 7. Alada in the top 20 for the first time this year with a 2-game win streak, 263 points. The Apache Chiefs, these guys, they lost last week. They win this week. They're back in the top 20. why do I do it to myself every time? Every time I talk to this guy, this is going to go on forever. You might not be able to hear me now because the Apache Nation is so hot right now. They are chopping their way back in the top 20. Only one spot behind rival Love Story, Jordan's version, who got their first loss of the year, last week. Even though the freaking Packers, I mean, these guys, both of these two, 15 and 14, need to just move to Wisconsin because they're such huge Packer fans. It makes me want to vomit. Packers were down 17-0. Derek Carr gets hurt, and they come back and win 18-17. I wanted to vomit everywhere, speaking of vomiting. Lots of vomit talk today. Hanging with Mr. Hernandez. This is Chris Melclory. He's been in the league for a couple years now. I don't think he's ever been in the top 20, so congratulations to you. That is a phenomenal achievement to be up at number 13. It's very exciting. You might just be talking playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Jim Moore doesn't think so, but I think you might be there. You're the best of the 2-1 teams with 275 points. Next up, we have the Donkey Punchers, who, as predicted in my Monday Night Report, did win. They're the bottom of the top teams, but nevertheless, they're undefeated. The Clockwork Elves dealt a devastating blow to the defending champion, Eric Minturn's squad, winning to go to 3-0, up number 17 to number 11. Do you even Swift, bro? I believe this is the other Hester. One's in the bottom, one's in the top. I don't have started from the bottom, now we're here or whatever, but whatever, it's fine. But he's in the top 10. Good job, Hitman. Rob Shaw, new owner officially, kind of took over in the middle of the year last year, but he had some problems with the site, so I don't know how much experience he actually got. Nevertheless, he's leading his conference, and he is number 9, up from number 18. Joe Buck yourself wins and goes from number 13 to number 8 with 243 points, 99% luck, 1% heart, much like the Hesters. Rocky Keeling has one team in the top 10, one team in the bottom 10. Brady O'Bush wins and falls 3 spots because she didn't put up a lot of points from number 3 to number 6, but she did win. Covered, as predicted, the Bush covered the Granny's baloney curtains, so that's appropriate. Roger Brewer, I believe, True Blue Wrecking Crew, I get the Brewers confused too, up from number 12 to number 5. DeWyans wins and falls 2 spots to number 2. So that's good, but he's got 260.74 points. Number 3, the Patriots, former number 1 team this year, staying up there, staying relevant, went from number 1 to number 5, now up to number 3. 3-game win streak, obviously, 274 points. Number 2, death by 1,000 punts. Aaron Minturn took to heart what I was saying about her, quote-unquote, allegedly doing the lineups, thinking that Eric Minturn was actually running the show from behind the scenes, and
You are fake news.
that's what she had to say, Don. I'm sorry, and I apologize. I wasn't being serious, okay? I wasn't being serious. I like to throw out controversy. You got to get the ratings up. Got to stir the pot a little bit. Like Deion Sanders going into his press conferences and his glasses and his hat. You got to get something people to talk about. So, unlike Deion Sanders, you did win, but you did fall. You fell because there's a new number 1 team in the nation, ladies and gentlemen. Survey says that new number 1 team in the nation is... Ladies and gentlemen, number 4 up to number 1, Stephanie Bradley's squad, getting up there quite a, very, very impressive performance. She can't win. She can't lose, rather. So, congratulations to you. We have a new number 1 team in the nation for the 3rd straight week. Yes, indeed. It's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about dem Dalton boys real quick. As you could probably tell on the cover, dem Dalton boys, we're going to have a special shout out to them because I'll tell you what, last year, Dave Dalton, I almost called him Roger Dalton. Dave Dalton, he was the butt of many jokes. He was part of the reason that he was the reason I had to do the whole episode as Alex Jones one time. And he's having a great year. He's number 19 this year. So far, he's undefeated, or he's not undefeated. He has 1 loss, but he was not even sniffing a victory until like week 7 last year, if I believe. So Dave Dalton's doing great. And then his son, Parker Dalton, Also, breaking news into the top 20, as we already saw. He did not have a great year last year either. Much better year than his dad. But the Dalton boys made the cover because they are both in the top 20 for the first time ever. And Andy Dalton, also on the cover, had a great week. He was like the third best quarterback statistically for yards. As we look in the Super Squares, I think he was in third place. And then, of course, we also have Timothy Dalton on the cover because he's freaking James Bond, man. Only Parker Dalton, Andy Dalton, and Dave Dalton are cooler than James Bond. That's all I'm saying right now. So congratulations to them Dalton boys. On your phenomenal week for all people named Dalton. Now we have to do some investigating as we go to the randomizers here for week 3. We had 3 randomized teams. Savage FC. Now report show. We have breaking news again. Oh my God! Report show. We have intel that Savage FC's owner, not Tom Savage, Patrick McNamara, is apparently skipping the country in Mexico on some kind of weird hiatus. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to find some ayahuasca. Maybe he's depressed over Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what he's doing. But what he's not doing is setting a lineup. 2 weeks in a row, Patrick McNamara, a.k.a. prosportstv.net.org. Whatever his name is, with his stream boxes. He may have had to flee the country because of illegal television programming. But whatever, he is not setting his lineup. We don't know if he's true. We don't know if he's actually in Mexico or if he's in Haiti or wherever the hell he is. Maybe he's doing missionary work. He probably is doing missionary work, if you know what I mean. But nevertheless, he's got it. He's been randomized 2 weeks in a row, and I'm putting the league on notice. If you have someone who doesn't submit a lineup 2 weeks in a row or 2 weeks period, you are gray listed from the playoffs. He cannot be entered into the lottery to win the playoffs. And upon his third offense, which very well may be this week, his team will be stripped and given to another owner, someone who may be up in the wings. So if you know someone who's looking for a team, Savage FC is on the brink of being stripped in week 4. Now, he may be stranded in Mexico. I don't know. I doubt it. Sounds like he's doing quite well with the stream boxes, according to his son. So, bro can get some internet somewhere, I think. Maybe not. And then also Bird Gang number 89. I don't know who you are. You're new. What is your name? You were Bird Gang number 89. Charlie Shirtle, Mick DeBow referral. Charlie, Chuckles, man. You don't want to get randomized because you got randomized this week and it was not great for you. But you were 1-0, now you're 1-2. Don't give up on the league, bro. It's very early in the year. So maybe you just got maybe you had something come up. Or maybe you have a father-in-law who at 12:55 calls you and says, hey, I need to get let into this building as you're submitting your lineup. So you go let him in, and by the time you come back to let him in, because it's a 6-minute walk there and back, it's 1:01, and it's too late to submit your lineup. Why do I say this? Because that's what happened to Malcolm Rodriguez in the middle of my thighs. But man of integrity, my wife's like, hey, it's a minute late to submit my lineup. I was like, guess what? Not my problem. Should have submitted it at 8:08 when I told you, Detroit Avenue, that you should submit your lineup before you forget. Oh, I will. That's what happens, folks. That's what happens. And that's what you get when you do that, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to look at the most used players of the week, or of the year so far, real quick. This is just something we like to do occasionally. All reports. I don't like how they got rid of my tab here. Starter points, player. This is what you got to do. We're going to go quarterback. Who do you think the number 1 starter quarterback is? So far it's Kirk Cousins. Rumor has it the Jets are going to try to trade for him. I don't know what they have to give up. They gave away all their picks for Aaron Rodgers. What a disaster. Number 2 most started quarterback is actually Lamar Jackson. Then Trevor Lawrence. Tua with 20 starts. I don't think anyone started him this week, unfortunately. Probably people want to get him there before he gets concussed. But I don't know. Dolphins looking pretty damn good. Running backs, we have the number 1 running back so far is Travis Etienne. Oh, no, sorry. Tony Pollard, followed by Travis Etienne and Joshua Kelly with 21 starts. Who the hell is starting Joshua Kelly? 21 people, apparently. Raheem Mostert had a big week. Some people started him this week, and it really paid off. Wide receivers we're going to look at real quick. Keenan Allen appears to be number 1. He's going to be hurt. You know he will. Justin Jefferson, number 2. Calvin Ridley, number 3. So these are people who are starting. Tight ends nobody really cares about. T.J. Hawkinson. Let's look at defenses. Cowboys. 51 of the 96 teams that started the Cowboys defense, including me this week, when they put up a big ol' you-know-what. Oh, yes. That was a disgusting game to watch. The Dallas Cowboys in general are just subject to the old... I'm full of soundboard today, folks. That's all I got. I'm trying to wake up my family. They should have been up an hour ago. I've called them all like 16 times and no one's waking up. So maybe the fail horn will wake them up, but I doubt it. We're going to go diving deep into the conference. So those are your top started people. Where are we at? We're at 15 minutes. We're making good time. We're looking at the conference look here. Jeff Lebowski Conference has 2 3-0 teams. Whoa, what's going on here? True Blue Wrecking Crew and Do You Even Swift Bro are both undefeated. Your Mother Likes My Defense and Double C's down there in the cellar. Number 20 Hurt So Good, though, is there's several 2-1 teams here, and this is close. Hurt So Good apparently has lost to DeCrush in a head-to-head matchup, which is why that shows what it shows. Kirk Lazarus Conference, only 1 ranked team. It is Brady O'Bush, a whole slew of 2-1 teams, though, so that's a lot tighter than it looks. Ron Burgundy Conference, number 12 and number 18, sitting there. But the Black Hole and Nasty Nutria, both ranked above my Balzac hurts, because that must mean that they lost to both of those teams. Whoops, go back. No, well, they lost to Nasty Nutria, though. That's why. And they beat me. Thank you very much. They lost to Nasty Nutria in week 1, so that's why they're down below there. It must be the Black Hole's beating another one of these 2-1 teams, so that makes sense. So there we go. That's that. Not a lot of action there. 12 and 18. Jeff Spicoli Conference, on the other hand, has lots of action. Number 4, number 8, number 19, and number 17. And again, I will say this many times throughout the year, at the end of the day, these numbers do not mean anything. It just helps you gauge as to how good you are doing. But at the end of the day, you can have things like number 19 above number 17, because obviously Give Me 2 for the Road has beaten more teams in this tiebreaker than Concussion Protocol. Who's down here? Oh, it's you. Where's your sister?
I don't know.
Where's your mom?
I don't know.
Yeah, I told you to wake them up.
My mom's Paige was throwing up all night.
Paige is throwing up all night. Good deal. Everyone's getting sick. It's phenomenal. Just in time for me to take a vacation. Frank Drebin Conference, we got number 3 Patriots and number 7 99% luck, 1% heart. It's a lot of numbers. Garrity's Gigolo squeezes in here, even though he's not ranked, because he only has 234 points. But that means he's beaten one of these 2 teams, if not more. Love Story Jordan's version, number 14. Depache Chiefs, number 15. And then we have Steel City Sackers, who just had they had a lot of people playing Monday night. So I was like, this team is disastrous. But he had 5 players playing, so I'm not sure how that went. Apparently he didn't win, though. I can tell you that. And then, let's see. Going down to the... Giggle also 0-3. Brody Bruce Conference, the number 1 team in the nation, as well as hanging with Mr. Hernandez and Alana Vallado, number 13 and 16 are in this. Kenny Pickett and Flickett, look out. He's a former champ. 2-1. You Thielen Lucky Punk 2-1 as well. Only 1 0-3 team here. That is Prime Time. New owner, Brian Benor. Not having the greatest success so far, but he's got 198 points, which is not too bad. It's a lot more than some people. So just bad luck. And then there's this conference, Rod Kimball, where Death by 1,000 Punts, the alleged Aaron Minturn.
You are fake news.
Okay, so Aaron Minturns, non-allegedly, Death by 1,000 Punts, which, by the way, Aaron Minturn did win and Eric Minturn did not win this week, so kudos to you. Thank you, Lennon, for defeating Eric Minturn. I appreciate it. 3-0. Play with Mike Ditka. Gibbs it to me, baby. Tenacious D, Kakambas, Show Me Them TDs, and Super Original. All 2-1, which means that down to the bottom, some people are getting beat up on. The Mad Scientist, Justin Redding, and Ketchup and Mostert, which is Alex Erickson. Ketchup, yeah. There's Alex and... Is there... Okay, there's... Yeah, never mind. Ketchup and Mostert's Alex Erickson. Oh, my God. There's a problem. I love this league, but there's a lot of people, and things get twisted around sometimes. I swear there's another Erickson at some point in this league, but maybe not. Alex Erickson 0-3. And then we have, finally, the Napoleon Dynamite Conference, number 9, the Hitman, Rob Shaw, leading the conference. The Clockwork Elves, second place. Stafford's Bastard, Everybody Loves Khalif Raymond, Low Hanging Fruit, and Aiken for a Ship, all 2-1. DeMar Hamlin's Booster Shot, and Nantab Knights down there. Now, I'm gonna go out of order here on this list here because DeMar's Booster Shot, which I have to admit is a pretty awesome name. They were formerly the team Austin Pollard, who not changed his name, so I changed it to something really stupid. Don't call me Scott or Marcus Pollard. And he's like, yep, can't have that. So he changed his name to DeMar Hamlin's Booster Shot, which is pretty sweet. Okay, we're sitting at 20 minutes. We got to roll through here. Schedule, here we go. Week 4, I wish I could just click on it. I don't know why you can't. It's ridiculous. Week 4, here we go. Number 10, Do You Even Swift, Bro? 3-0, taking on the Dublin Drunks, 1-2. Fresh off a win, though, I believe. Maybe not. I think so. Number 5, True Blue Wrecking Crew. The life does not get any easier for double C's. True Blue Wrecking Crew could probably start Joe Namath at quarterback and still win. Double C's got to put up some points here, man. You got to Cody Cole. If you watch this podcast, which I doubt you do, maybe you don't, maybe you do. I don't know, but you got to put some people in, bro. You got to knock True Blue Wrecking Crew down. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I don't know what that noise was. Hurts So Good, taking on Now You See Me, Now You Don't. 1-2, taking on number 20, Parker Dalton. That's a lot. Ryan Frazier's team, though. He's always up for the challenge. Never let him down. Brady O'Bush, number 6. Yes, that's right, because I went from number 3 to number 6. Taking on Brady's Balls, Corey Brewer. A lot of Brady action going on here. Brady on Brady crimes, whatever you want to call it. That's a good matchup. Let's see. How'd FarmersOnly.com doing? FarmersOnly.com, I think they might have finally got a win. Did they get a win? I don't know if they got a win last week or not. Let's look. They did. They finally got a win this week. FarmersOnly.com taking on Lakers. Someone's got to win that game. Number 12, the Donkey Punchers taking on BVC. BVC's 2-1. Brad Van Camp squad looking to, knock off the Donkey Punchers, which would be huge for them because this is essentially a battle for first place of the conference there. Number 18, My Ball Zach Ertz taking on Chop It Off to Make You Stunning Brave. Twilight Zone reality, folks.
Yes, Obama is the Antichrist.
That's probably appropriate for that team. 1-2 taking on 2-1. You know, Pat Provost not having a great year, but he did win. He didn't start off 0-3. As I said, one of those teams is going to start off 0-3, and he won. So there we go. That's a big game. Sticks It In Ya. They are 2-1, taking on Give Me Two for the Road, the aforementioned David Dalton. So that's number 19. Number 17, Concussion Protocol, 2-1, taking on Vic in a Box. 0-3, Josh Griner. Not having a great start to the year. Now here we go. We got a big matchup, folks. We got a big matchup. It's a CBS Game of the Week. Joe Buck Yourself, Jordan Craig, taking on DeWyans, Gary King, number 8 versus number 4, both undefeated teams. Only one will emerge victorious. Then, not finally, we have Love Story, Jordan's version, 2-1, number 14, taking on Tallywhackers, 1-2, historically a great owner. Patriots, number 3, taking on Bleeding Blue Bombers. That's 3-0 versus 1-2. We got another matchup of top 20 teams as number 7, 99% Luck, takes on number 15, the Apache Chiefs. I'm not going to do it because I don't have time to listen to that whole sound clip. Hanging with Mr. Hernandez, number 13, taking on Mama G out of retirement. Huge game here, folks. Even though Mama G's not ranked, she is 2-1 somehow with 201 points, which is not a lot of points. Remember, there's an 0-3 team that has 198 points. Melissa Garrity is 2-1 with 201 points. So, And then we have this matchup, which is like, ugh. So, you remember that whole bit about Savage FC being stranded in Mexico and not submitting his lineup for 2 weeks in a row? Well, I'll be damned. He is playing the number 1 team in the nation, Ladies and Edelman. Now, I will tell you this. If Savage FC does not submit a lineup, it truly is going to be...
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over.
Yes, the party is going to be over, and you're going to do serious damage if you do not submit a lineup, because the number 1 team in the nation should never go up against a randomizer, but you have one last chance. Patrick McNamara, I'm going to get a hold of your son. I'm going to say, yo, have your dad submit a lineup. I love his dad. He's a great guy. I know he's doing whatever. He's like Jay Peterman from Seinfeld when he goes to Cambodia, wherever the hell he goes. I don't know where he is, Burma. But nevertheless, we need you to submit a lineup, man. You're playing the number 1 team in the nation, bro. Another games, a lot of taking on Muckers, Chris Scott Muckovitz, whatever his name is, Scott. The 1 and 2, Death by 1,000 Punts, Aaron Minturn, non-allegedly, taking on Super Original, who's 2 and 1, big game there. Then finally, well, not finally again, the Stafford's Bastards taking on number 9, the Hitman. And then finally, the Clockwork Elves, 3-0, taking on Aiken for a Ship, 2 and 1. Big game there, big game. We're going to square out on the squares, super squares here. Jim Mosier, who goes by the name J3s on Facebook for some reason. I don't know why. It's, I don't know. OJ is the same way, I guess. Do what you want. Facebook's a scary place. I don't blame you. You have idiots all over the place, so I should probably change my name. In fact, there's a reason I go by Lloyd at work. So, yeah, anyway. So, early in the day on Sunday, and I was not, and I'm going to tell you right now, this coming up Sunday, there's going to be basically no action at all on the randomizer or anything, because I'm going to be at a concert. I'm probably going to have someone else do the randomizer, and the squares will be updated super late at night. It's a whole day concert on Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, actually. So I will get it done, I promise you. But this week's square winner is Jim Mosier, Vikings 345, Chargers 445. These two teams were playing each other, believe it or not, and there was just no defense. So congratulations to you. Once my wife is up, I'll have her send you the money, because all that money's in her PayPal or /Venmo account. So this week's category, though, fewest passing yards as a team. So the field, very strong options here. Nick Harris, been chopping at that bit for that field square. Hasn't paid off yet, but it might this time. In fact, the field hasn't scored anything this time, but we'll see. Well, that's not true. The field did score the Carolina one. So anyway, there we go. Have a good day. 27 minutes, long enough. We'll see ya. Put your lineups in. Don't get stuck opening the door and getting left out. See you, bye.